2, 1. Green flag, V6, V8 Enduro is underway. Oh, Hadley, big bobble at the start there, bobbled up the whole field. People are getting going now. Landry, your leader, as she just jumped out of her ladies Enduro, and she leads the way. Jackson second, Howard Brown is in third. Hadley's up to speed now. Keep an eye on that 4W, Jim Walsh. Walsh down underneath Chris Whipple in the 11. Battle is for the lead now. Steven Jackson in the 24 to the outside of Landry. Landry way up the racetrack. Hang on to it. She'll lose the lead to Jackson. Comes back down the racetrack. Howard Brown now going to go to the outside down the back chute. Howard Brown Jr. on the outside of Landry. Landry up the racetrack. They lean on each other now through turns 3 and 4. 3 wide for the second spot. No. Hadley down through the grass in the 82 car. Keeps it rolling, goes down through the puddle. Not much he could do in the 82 car there, but he keeps it rolling. Now we got to see if these drivers use that low lane, because it's going to be slippery down low. Landry in the 64 car using other cars as a battering ram right now, not using any brakes in that 64 car, and it is sketchy trying to get past her right now down the back chute. Keep an eye on that battle for the third spot. Landry up the racetrack in the 64, I think flat right front tire. Flat right front tire on the 64 of Landry. That will end her night here, double duty on lap number 4 of the V6 V8 Enduro. Jackson, your leader. Howard Brown Jr. second. Battle is for third now. Whipple in the 11 and the 4W Jim Walsh with the 16 of Bowley involved as well, all going at it for spot number 3. Walsh, a little push there in the 4W car, uncharacteristic of the 4W Jim Walsh, but he gets down underneath Whipple now for spot number 3. Steven Jackson, your leader in the 24 car. Howard Brown safely in the second spot. Jim Walsh now takes over the third spot from the 11 of Whipple. Whipple falls in line with the 16 of Bowley in tow down the front straightaway. Steven Jackson now reeling in Sebastian Janowitz in the 55 car. Put him a lap down as Jim Walsh in the 4W is trying to reel in Howard Brown Jr. for that second spot. Howard Brown Jr. trying to reel in your leader Jackson with 10 laps in the record books, 30 remaining for Steven Jackson in car number 24J. Whipple runs in the 4th spot. 5th is the 16 of Matt Bowley. Jackson has a straightaway of clean racetrack up ahead of him. And then it's Chris Hadley in the 82, the ladies Enduro winning car. Hadley not having the same kind of luck in the 82 car. Field stringing out now around the Star Speedway as the track begins to dry. 4-cylinder Enduro to follow this one, race fans, and then we'll roll into one round of practice for all of our weekly divisions, as they have had no practice here today due to the rains. 10-lap practice sessions, and then we'll roll right into racing action. Still a full night of racing on hand here tonight, and we thank you all for sticking it out with us here tonight at the Star Speedway. Steven Jackson putting the 55 of Janowitz another lap down. Landry in the 64 car has changed the right front tire, and she's back out there. She might throw a wrench into some of these drivers' plans. Jim Walsh off the racetrack. The battle is for third now. Howard Brown in the 03 and the 11 of Chris Whipple battling for the third spot on the racetrack right now. Steven Jackson on cruise control here just prior to halfway in tonight's 40-lap main event for the V6 V8 Enduros. The best battle right now is for spot number 3, Howard Brown Jr. in the 03 and the 11 of Whipple with a lap car up ahead of them. For the second spot, Howard Brown has the second spot. Whipple's in third. And then it's the 16 of Boley fourth, and fifth is Hadley in the 82. Hadley's been able to stay on the lead lap, halfway home at the line, 20 down, 20 to go for your leader, Steven Jackson in the 24 car. Speaking of hardy race fans, Swervin' Irvin Riley's in the house. He's got his lady Kim with him. They knew that there was going to be racing action here today. They had a couple drinks before they came, and they're going to watch some racing action here tonight. Battle for third, second still going on as Whipple gets to the outside of Howard Brown now down the front straightaway, side by side for the second spot. Good race going on for spot number 2 between Howard Brown Jr. in the 03 and the 11 of Chris Whipple. Whipple trying to get the 11 car wound up on the outside groove. Whipple pulls even with Brown now down the back straightaway. Brown inches in front once again. Howard Brown Jr. not going down without a fight in that second spot. Whipple has the outside wound up now as they come down the front chute. They haven't touched once. It's been good side-by-side racing action between Howard Brown Jr. and the 11 of Chris Whipple. Whipple a little better in the corners, but Brown a little bit better on the straightaways and pulls back in front. Your leader, Steven Jackson, is a half a track ahead of that battle for the second spot, but that's the best race right now. As 15 laps remain at the line this time by for Steven Jackson in car number 24.
There's something wrong with that clock. Which one? The clock, right? Remember? I just had to go back to 4 seconds twice.
Lap traffic up ahead of that battle for second. It could get interesting when they catch the 64 of Jen Landry. Whipple now gets the upper hand on the outside groove, and he's going to take the second spot at the line. Howard Brown trying to battle back on the bottom side. Oh, contact made, and Whipple goes around. Howard Brown and Chris Whipple get into it for the second spot. The whole field's coming now. Brown hangs on to the second spot. Wow, that was interesting. Howard Brown bobbled a little bit, and Chris Whipple was there, and Chris Whipple stuck at the bottom of the exit of turn number 2. Battle for second now. The 16 car of Matt Boley will take the second spot away, and Hadley's going for more underneath Brown. Howard Brown might have trouble as Chris Whipple gets the 11 car refired, all right in front of your leader, Steven Jackson in the 24 car. Jackson mired in lap traffic as he puts Howard Brown a lap down. He's looking to lap the whole field. Now Hadley's looking underneath the 11 of Whipple. Hadley sideways in the 82 car, down through the grass, keeps it rolling. Sun shining over the Star Speedway. Not many people thought we were going to be racing here tonight. But as everyone knows, Mr. Weber over here likes to give it all the shots he can, and we are racing here tonight in the sun shining over the famed quarter-mile bull ring right here in Epping. Howard Brown has all sorts of trouble in the 03 car. Your leader is down underneath the 82 of Hadley. He's got a ton of traffic ahead of him. All cars racing for second position right now. Boley has a lap on the 11. The 11 trying to get his lap back as Jen Landry sits in the mix as well. Jackson's got to be careful as Howard Brown Jr. exits the racetrack. Tough break for the 03 car. Under 10 laps to go, and your leader, Steven Jackson, is in a mess of lap traffic right now. Cars battling side by side right in front of him. Boley on the outside. Whipple in the middle in the 11, and Landry in the 64. They're 3 wide as Jackson says, I'm getting out of Dodge, and passes all 3 of them on the front stretch. Boley in the second spot off the racetrack. Everybody keeps it headed going forward down the back straightaway. 34 laps complete this time by at the line for Steven Jackson in car 24. Jackson now has the whole racetrack ahead of him, clear to the end here. 5 laps to go at the line this time by for the 24J of Steven Jackson. 5 to go at the line. Steven Jackson has dominated tonight's V6, V8 Enduro. The whole field is a lap down to your leader, Jackson, now in the 24 car. 3 to go at the line for the 24 of Jackson. I believe the 16 of Boley is second, and the 11 of, or maybe the 82 of Hadley is in the 3rd spot. Yeah, as Whipple lost a few laps in that 11 car as he was stuck down at the bottom of the racetrack. Popsicle sticks in the air for your leader, Steven Jackson. 2 laps to go at the line for Jackson in car 24. White flag in the air, final chip round for Jackson in the 24 car. Checkered flag in the air this time by your V6 V8 Enduro winner, Steven Jackson in car number 24. Second goes to Boley in the 16, and I believe third goes to Hadley in the 82.